Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. My name's Shorty McShortbread, and you're watching the best damn show here on this godforsaken platform known as YouTube. This is the Collision Talk Podcast. And my special guest is not here today. So we're going to give it a minute or two for Fetal G to come in. Don't know where he is. Probably hanging around with some midget strippers or something. Who's in here? Look at all these goblins, my goblins. Gia. Got Mattia, Emil, Darklaw, Kavari, Richardson. Let's see, who else? Seeing some new names in here. Ashraf, Leo, the 80s Wolf, of course. Andrew, Apocalypse, Meow. So, man, we're going to talk about. Where you at, Jay? Where is he? Don't know. Yeah, he's disappeared. Hello, Cedric. So we're going to talk about some big event happening next month to do with the Snyder Cut. Then we're going to talk about David Ayer dissing Geoff Johns. And then we're going to talk about this Cultured Nerd article. That HBO Max, they want to bring back the Batfleck. Let me put some music on. Don't know where Jay is gone. Oh no, what's this? Fetal says, sorry, an emergency just happened, my friend. So I don't know if he's coming in. Probably not. Oh well. We'll make it a solo episode then. Get some music up in here. Where is it? Music. We'll go with the classical tunes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's see, give me a minute. Turn up the volume a little bit. I think I just need to put the microphone a little bit closer to my face and maybe speak up a bit. But yeah, I'll turn it up a little bit more. There you go. What it is, Danny Neva. Now, who sent in the super chat? Let's have a look. It was Apocalypse Meow. $10. He says, so what are we talking about here, Gob? Must there be a campea? Somehow, a few more clips came to surface of John Campea. So, I might do another little Campea compilation. Might be a good idea. Andrew says, do you think the Snyder Cut redeems Cavill's Superman, Affleck's Batman, and Ezra Miller's Flash? What? Aye, from the Justice League, definitely. Yeah, Film Junkie, he was live streaming about 45 minutes ago, and he finished just about 15 minutes ago. So yeah, anyway, let's get to this. So check this out. Apparently, so this is Comic Book Debate. They tweeted this out, and I'm thinking, what is this? Save the date. Save the date. What could it be? JC 2020, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So what is this, JC? Is this Justice Con? As in, Snyder Con last year. Is this year going to be Justice Con? Or does it mean Jodie's Corner? Why is Jimmy Savile trending? I'm not even going to check, man. Probably came back from the dead. So this is what we're thinking. Justice Con with a trailer. Yeah, maybe a Zack Snyder trailer. A Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer at this event. Let's see when it's taking place. 25th to 26th July. Maybe what they're doing, they're going to show Man of Steel one day, maybe to an audience, right? Then they'll do Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut to an audience, and then they'll announce the Zack Snyder's Justice League exclusive trailer. I don't know what's going on, man. So who was this designed by? Butterbar, of course. So stands for Jodie's cancelled. So again, like I say, I don't know, is it at the same time that this Comic-Con at home thing is happening? I don't know. I wasn't keeping up with the news about Comic-Con. But, yeah, Johnny Jalapeno. It could possibly be. So I woke up to this. Everyone's sharing this. Chris Wong, the Faruqi brothers, Meg. Everyone's at it, man. Could stand for John Campia 2020. It could stand for Jodie's crying. Justice Cut. Justice Con. This music is down a little bit. What is this? Can you hear the music okay? Joss Cut. So there you go. So like it says here, save the date, JC 2020, 25th to 26th July. So I'm going to make a note of it. You guys make a note of it. I can't hear the music, someone says. No, I think it's fine. It's just this track, I think it's a bit low. Oh, wait a minute, the Skype's on, you muppet. There's no reason you can't hear the music. How do I get the music back? Shit. System audio. Where is it? Preferences. No.
Thank you very much.
Broadcast the system audio. There you go. Should be able to hear it now. Someone sent a super chat. Who is it? Who is this mother effer? Danny Nieba says, fingers crossed that we hear Darkseid in the first trailer. Geo. Okay, so let's move on to the next piece. The next piece is this HBO. This is an exclusive, right, coming from the Cultured Nerd. Some intellectual nerds, apparently. Now, I think one of the guys who's done the website, I think he was on Lightcast's show, right? And he was talking about how all the big media, the usual blogger mafia, right? They came after him. They were discrediting Cultured Nerd. No, this is not true, everyone. It's fake news. Don't listen to this Cultured Nerd. So they got triggered that they never got this exclusive, right? So let's see what this exclusive is saying, right? HBO Max wants Affleck, Leto, and Manganiello for an original Batman project. Right, so this is written by TJ Bravo on June the 3rd. I'm a bit late for this. Bloody hell. Art by Trinity, as you can see. Awesome. The bat is not dead. Don't bury it. Sources close to TCN, the Cultured Nerd, have confirmed that HBO wants Ben Affleck, Leto, Manganiello for an original Batman project. This follows reports last week that AT&T and Warner Media want Affleck to return as Batman. Affleck is also in talks to return to the director's chair and to adapt his original script, with Zack Snyder producing. Sounds too good to be true, man. Let's see what else it says. The return of Affleck's Batman will either be a mini-series or a DC film on HBO Max, as Warner Brothers is committed to Matt Reeves' The Batman trilogy in theatres. Affleck's project will likely follow the intended storyline teased by the post-credit scene of Justice League or Zack Snyder's Justice League. So you probably remember this tweet by Joe Manganiello on the day, May 20th, when Zack Snyder made that announcement that the Snyder Cut was coming. Manganiello said, the original end credit scene, swords, bats, death. Right? Or what it was, swords, Batman, Deathstroke. So, yeah, that's all. If Affleck is back in the kill, then getting Leto and Manganiello to reprise their roles of Joker and Deathstroke, respectively, would be key. They are the key. Yeah, so there you go. There's the article. Go and read it. The Cultured Nerd. So I don't know, guys. Sounds too good to be true, but with the blogger mafia, they were coming at the Cultured Nerd. Might be a bit of jealousy. A little jealousy in there. All the El Maybes and the Disgrace Randolphs are panicking, man. Johnny Jalapeno says, is Cultured Nerd a reliable source? Well, they did get a few things right. Came out with some scoops just before the Snyder Cut was announced, and they were confident, I think, that it was going to happen. And yeah, we need to talk to this guy. All of a sudden, he has all the news on the DCEU. Maybe their source. Everyone's looking in one direction, but we've got TCN going in the right direction with their sources. So that's that. And the final piece of news before we turn it over to the goblins in the chat, all you goblins out there. Let's see. Get rid of that trending tab because I don't want to see Jimmy Savile's name. What the hell is this? Shouldn't be here. This is what I want to see. David Ayer, right? He was replying to this tweet. I think that text, and you know that scene in the Suicide Squad, the Studio Squad theatrical cut, where it pauses on the frame stays on Harley Quinn and it comes up in writing, an accomplice to the murder of Robin, right? That's kind of it's a bit messed up. It messes up the timeline. So DC Connection said, I think that text was added in later by editors who didn't get the full story. The backstory behind his teeth makes Harley being an accomplice impossible. Right? So I'll explain that later, but David Ayer, actually, you know what? Let me just bring up a tweet from a good friend, Movies with Maher. Let's see, where is it? I'm going to try and find the tweet. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. No. No, I can't find him. Bloody hell, just when I wanted to find the tweet, can't find it. So basically, it would have gone something like, the Joker, right, Jared Leto's Joker, he had his normal teeth, right? He killed Robin. Batman beat the living crap out of Joker, broke his teeth and all that. Joker went to Arkham, got his teeth fixed, well not fixed, but got the metal grills in there, up in his grizzle. Got the tattoo damaged at the top. So then, while in Arkham, he would have met Dr. Harleen Quinzel, but before she turned into Harley Quinn. So they fell in love, or she fell in love with him. Then afterwards, once Joker was out, Daisy Edwards, thank you for joining. Once Joker was out, then Harley Quinn caught up with him. She became Harley Quinn. So that doesn't make sense. With the little line that turns up that says, oh, she was an accomplice to Robin's murder. What? So David Ayer said, this is what David Ayer said.
Thank you very much.
Yes, that broke my timeline. Johns added it. That snake, Geoff Johns. Bloody hell, man. In his rush for the hope and optimism, accelerated hope and optimism, he was even messing about with Studio Squad. Or David Ayer's Suicide Squad that turned into Studio Squad. So this was David Ayer throwing out the trash, throwing some shade at Kevin Feige's best friend. Huh?
Thank you very much.
Hang on, got some super chats. Cedric, hashtag Goblin Army. Cedric also sent in another super chat, bloody hell. He said, 2021 on HBO Max, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, Zack Snyder's Justice League. After the success of ZSGL, they will bring back the OG DCEU Snyderverse to HBO Max. Batfleck, Leto, Cyborg. That's what I'm talking about, dog. That's what I'm talking about. The Snyderverse is alive. Oh, Fatal's here. He says, thank you for your super chat, $2. Gob, give me 10 mins. I can make it. All right then. So I'll give him 10 minutes, and he'll be back. He'll be in, I should say. So yeah, David Ayer, he exposed Geoff Johns. I don't think Zack Snyder will do anything. He's been fairly quiet all this time about all those things. So, aye man. The notorious GOB. It's a good name there. I like it. I'll take a screenshot of that later. Yeah, Geoff Johns stopped tweeting for a long time. What are your thoughts on Rick Famuyiwa's Flash? I don't know. Never got to see it because he never made it. It doesn't exist. So, let's see, who's in here, man? 113 people. Click that like button. Click it good. Click it real good. So, still waiting on Fetal G. Do people still believe Flashpoint is going to reboot the DCEU? Probably not, because it came from Grace Randolph. I'm finished with Grace Randolph. Finished. How likely is the Ayer cut in your opinion? Well, if you look at it, I mean, David Ayer, sorry, I'm just distracted by the chat. David Ayer, he started tweeting quite a lot since the Snyder cut got announced. AT&T, you know, they're like, yeah, we hear you. Yeah, all you Snyder or all you Ayer cut fans out there, we hear you. And they're tweeting at David Ayer. David Ayer's tweeting at them. AT&T. They even said, you know, we've sent out the bat signal. We are waiting for Batfleck. How many watermelons are in the bag? So you know, I was saying earlier that I think I've got enough. I might bring back some old clips of Campia, you know, some controversial ones, and I've got some new clips as well. So I might make a new Campia compilation. I know it's kind of low-hanging fruit, as someone said, to make fun of John Campia, but someone has to do it. Get Grace on your show. I was thinking that, but you guys need to go to Grace Randolph and say, unblock Film Gob, he wants to interview you. So go and do that, my goblins. Armin the Unicorn Man gets on my effing nerves. that imaginary unicorn. How you like them unicorns now, Armin? Easy, Ben Affleck. Yeah, that's the thing there, Big Rooster. Still a lot of Geoff Johns supporters. And even though everyone's been saying what a backstabber he is, just wasn't the right person to come into the DCEU at the time in this position. You know, he wanted to be the Kevin Feige. My friend Kevin Feige's told me everything how to run a successful franchise. Bring back the Rob Pattinson Campia rant. Oh, the one we... Alright. Yeah. Oh, that's another good one. Thanks for reminding me, Darklaw. Screw you guys. I'm Robert Pattinson. Or something like that. Bring back when Campia said the N-word. There are apples in the bag. Darth Maul 13 says, hi, Film Gob from Canada. I was born in Scotland though. Whereabouts? Oh, Mr. West Ashley's in here. Okay, so Fetal G, once you're ready, let me know in the chat so I can open up Skype. Is Sam Benjamin going to play Green Lantern? Because there's some people that are saying he's just playing a military character. So I heard a lot that no, he's not Green Lantern, and that he was just trolling. He's been quiet and all that. So yeah. Yeah, the bottle flip. Might have a little compilation of that as well. Some different people doing some different edits of that clip. That's like a 4-year-old meme, and someone just applied it to the. They put the Zack Snyder spin on it. Do these YouTubers not realise people can go back and pull what they said? Imaginary unicorn. Armin is a unitard. I was born in Glasgow, East Kilbride. Alright. East Kilbride. Okay, I don't really go in that area, but I'm from Glasgow as well. Hassan Idris says, do you think Hans Zimmer should score an official Zack Snyder's Justice League score. Well, no, because it's going to be Junkie XL, Tom Hokenberg. Andrew says Superman, Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill. Grace Randolph is saying Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. Speaking of Hans Zimmer, Mari Daniel says, speaking of Hans Zimmer, really liked his score for Dark Phoenix. I keep wanting to go back and listen to that, but I never get round to it. Release the Kinberg cut. Do you think we'll get the full bombastic version of the Man of Steel theme in Justice League? Not just the slow piano themes, but the full-on version that was on the credits in Man of Steel. I'm sure we'll get it, yes, because there's a lot of Superman still missing. Superman action from that film. It'll be there somewhere. Just going through your, let's see, Andrew says, what are you looking forward for the future of the DCEU? Will it affect other DC movies like Robert Pattinson Batman? I'll watch Pattinson's, Matt Reeves' Batman. Nothing against it. In the back of my mind, it'll always be, what could have been Ben Affleck's Batman film.
Thank you very much.
All I care about is the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Thank you very much, Danny Niba. Let's not forget that Zack Snyder had the entire DCEU mapped out in his office of every movie and every connecting project and story. Hashtag connective tissue. Hashtag GobGang. Yes, where is Fetal? He said he was in an emergency, so I don't know what that emergency is, but needs to be taken care of. Yes, Noble. Christopher Reeves once said in an interview that he would have loved to have played a more serious Superman. Because walking into doors, gets boring after a while. I've seen that clip. So what I'm going to do, I've got an idea. I said this ages ago, but I want to do a live stream where I just go through Letterboxd and make up a list of movies coming out next year. Yeah, we'll do it live. We'll hang out and we'll have a good time. Have some snacks, have some drinks. We'll talk about movies coming out next year. Because nothing's happening this year. Bloody hell. I think we'll do a series of live streams because there'll be different lists for movies coming out next year. Like I'll do a different list for films coming out this year. But you know what? I only watched one movie last month. This month I've not even seen anything. Who's this? Nick Cajones says Shah Rukh Khan is in the Snyder Cut. I don't think he is, but okay. That'd be pretty funny if he was. What if Shah Rukh Khan is Green Lantern? Nightmare Code 666, he says, or they say, hey Gob, only been following you about a month. Man, you've got some catching up to do. From the film Gob lore, you need to catch up on that. Love the vids and streams, PS my great, however many times Grandad, lost, was Sir John de Graham, William Wallace's best friend, and right hand against the English. That's pretty epic, man. I don't know that much about Scottish history, but I'm trying to learn, you know. It's interesting, because they don't teach it in schools. Huh? They keep that quiet. Shh, don't talk about the Scottish history. Shh. So I made a list of Scottish films based on Scottish history. So I've put it in some kind of order in how, you know, what year they happened in. So if you know any Scottish films, let me know, or films based on Scottish history. And I might binge watch them. Steve Martin says, didn't know you were Scottish. Aye man, what's it look like, eh? Freedom! I've not seen Trainspotting. I know. People are like, you've not seen Trainspotting, like? Why don't they teach Scottish history in school, Gob? Maybe today they do, not in my time. Alright, Fetal is, I think, is he backstage? Let's have a look. I don't even know what I'm doing. What is this? Skype. There it is. Yo, Fetal. There he is.
Film God, man, let me tell you something. It was like the apocalypse happened to me right before you went live.
What happened?
Can you see me pretty good?
Yeah, I can see you. We can see you. We can hear you.
Okay, hold on. I got to do something real quick where you can see me a little bit better. Hold on.
Actually, we couldn't hear him because I had to turn on the Skype audio. So let me turn off the music now. There he is.
All right, I'm here, man. Sorry about that, man.
That's okay. So what happened?
Chaos, man. Just pure chaos, man. 10 million things happened to me at once. But I said I got to make it to the Film Gob show because Film Gob is the most awesome man on YouTube.
All right. Well, let me do my introduction again, since you're late. Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Shorty McShortbread, and you're watching the best damn show here on YouTube. This is the Collision Talk Podcast with my special friend. Fetal G.
Hey guys, my name is Fetal J. If you're looking for the type of content where you'll see bow-legged midget strippers and people fighting flaming hot dragons, hey, then you'll like my stuff.
There you go. There's a good advert for Fetal J. So Fetal, we already discussed, right, the topics of the day, but we'll go over it again. Give your opinion on it. So, you can see the screen right now.
I can see you.
I can see me, right? So
let me look on YouTube and see.
No, I'll bring it up here. This is the save the date. Did you see this on Twitter?
Yeah, what do that mean? I still don't know what that means.
Oh man, I brought you on here because I thought you'd know it.
Well, the speculators, everybody talking about that could be Snyder Con or Justice League Con. That's what I got from everybody.
That's what I'm getting as well. So I don't know if it's around about the same time as Comic-Con at home. You know, the Comic-Con streaming event that will be happening sometime. But like I say, save the date, JC 2020. We were speculating what JC stands for. So some people said John Campia. Some people said Jodie's Corner. Some people said Jodie's cancelled. But
man,
what others? People let me know what others. You all came up with some funny shit. But 25th to 26th July. So
that's interesting.
This was designed by Butter Bar. So
Butter Bar.
Everyone was tweeting at Comic Book Debate, Meg, Chris Wong. So I've not had a chance to talk to Chris or anyone Film Junkie about this. Jay's Couch, that's what it might stand for. JC, Jay's Couch.
I don't know. You know, I'm thinking maybe we're going to get a teaser trailer or something. That's what I'm thinking. Save the date.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Maybe, hopefully, some kind of trailer, some kind of teaser.
Yeah, because, you know, HBO Max really trying to pump this thing with the Snyder Cut. So I really believe that they got to do some kind of teaser, some kind of filming of the film. Maybe they're doing that. I feel like it's going to be something along those lines that just blow our minds. And we're going to see scenes we never seen before. And we're going to get all hyped up and go crazy. And then I'm telling you, man, when I see this, I might just take off my shirt, get butt naked, and just run down the street and go crazy. I mean.
But we were saying Justice Con. Justice Con sounds good. Mr. Everett is here. He says, fan appreciation. Fetal G. Jesus Christ. What?
Fan appreciation?
He's calling you Jesus Christ. I don't know what's going on there. But we also were talking about this exclusive from The Cultured Nerd. Right? Did you have a chance to read this article about HBO Max wanting Ben Affleck back, Jared Leto back?
Well, Gob, I'm gonna be like this. One of my friends, I can't say his name, and I hate to be one of the people say I can't tell you about my sources, but this dude is legit and Culture Nerd. Pay attention to Culture Nerd. They know their stuff. Mm-hmm. They definitely know their stuff. So whatever they saying, people in the chat, please pay close attention.
Because this guy TJ Bravo, I think it was him who was on the Lightcast. And it was an interview, and he was talking about how all the bloggers, like the mainstream mafia bloggers, I like to call them, they were like trying to discredit him and trying to say this is fake news, it's not happening. Maybe Cultured Nerd has got a reliable source, over at AT&T or HBO Max, whatever, and all these people, all these hacks are still with their fake Warner Brothers sources, or people who are claiming to be close to the matter when they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe that's what it is.
Film God. It's an article where Warner, I believe it was Warner, they said something to Culture Nerd, something about court. It was something along those lines. That they were saying that he can't talk about a certain topic considering Snyder Cut. So I'm thinking Culture Nerd know his stuff, man, and he giving us the information that's truthful, and Warner don't want it out just yet. They don't want it out. Now, maybe I shouldn't have said that to my person who is my source, but hey, man, I got to keep it real with everybody. So I'm telling everybody, chat, pay attention to Culture Nerd.
Mr. West Ashley is saying, will the Rona, the cronies, will that let the con happen in July? You never know, and that might put a stop. But I think that this was supposed to be like a controlled, small event that's going to be broadcast live, something like that. So,
Yeah, maybe so.
yeah.
Mr. West, what's up? Hey, Film Gob had me and you beating up people on his video. I like that though.
That's I had to get that airplane clip in there. I love it so much.
Oh yeah, Airplane is a classic, man.
It is. And so this was the final piece of news I covered, was the David Ayer diss. He's dissing Geoff Johns. Dissed him to into infinity and beyond.
Geoff Johns, what happened to him?
So that scene in Suicide Squad, or like we call it now, Studio Squad. You know when the camera kind of stops on Harley Quinn when she's dancing in the club, and it comes up, Harley Quinn, accomplice to Joker, accomplice to the murder of Robin.
In the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, around about the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone says that. I think that text was added in later by editors who didn't get the full story. The backstory behind his teeth, Joker's teeth, makes Harley being an accomplice impossible. So David Ayer said, yes, that broke my timeline. Johns added it. He's saying Geoff Johns added that.
I don't know what's Geoff Johns' deal either, man, because I don't know. I used to follow him in the comic books, and he made some awesome stories, but when he got into the movie realm, I don't know. He just started messing up, and it seemed like he got some kind of vendetta against Zack Snyder. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if Zack Snyder stole his girlfriend or what. I mean, he tripping, man.
No, I don't think it was that. Because
no, I don't think it is, because Deborah will come get me. I know she'll get me.
Deborah's a great woman, and Geoff Johns' girlfriend is probably Kevin Feige. Because what I think it was movies that matter. He was saying, he kind of broke it down that so Joker would have killed Robin, right? At that time, he would have had his teeth. I can't believe we're talking about this.
His teeth. Batman beat his teeth in, basically.
Batman beat his teeth in, so Joker would have ended up in Arkham, got the fillings and the stuff in his teeth, got damage tattooed after that. There he would have met, in Arkham, he would have met Harleen Quinzel. Then after he's left, she follows him, she becomes Harley Quinn. So she wouldn't have been an accomplice to Robin's murder because Robin would already have been dead.
Yeah.
So that's where the scene, that's what David Ayer's saying.
And then they messed up too, because didn't Batman save her in the water? Like, he saved her, and then that was it. He didn't give her a talk to say, hey, you killed my son or whatever, He was like a son to me.
He says something like, Joker took something from me, now I'm going to take something from him. That never got built upon. That didn't kind of go anywhere with that. But yeah, so that's all it was. That's the news we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the stuff you talked about before I got here? Because I don't want to, be a party pooper.
No, it's cool. So we were
man, what kind of camera you got? Because, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. The way you got your background blurred, and it's just focused on you. And here I am with this $40 Logitech.
So I've got it's quite expensive. You might need some Jody Corner donations. I've got a Panasonic GH5 camera.
Okay.
Got a Sigma lens. I can't remember which model it is, but I'm using Camlink to connect to my computer, my Mac Mini.
Oh, okay.
So it gives, mainly the camera and the lens gives a nice background blur.
Well, you know what? It sounds expensive. So what I'm going to do, Film Gob, I'm going to sell my body in the streets, And then hopefully after I feel ashamed about myself, I can go and buy me a camera and be looking as great as you do.
You don't really need this camera. I mean, I'm sure you can shop around and get something. dpreview.com, that's a good one. That's a good website for cameras. So,
Okay.
So that gives you a breakdown of what you need. Neon Party at the Gob Cave, says Jose M. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my TV back there.
Oh, okay. In the background.
And it's going to have lights behind the TV.
Yeah.
So it's going to give a nicer glow in the back, a different color, you know.
I mean, you got that eagle view where it's like everything is just 1,000% focused on you.
That's focusing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Everett says, how about the streaming software? Is it vMix or OBS? Fuck OBS. That's what I say. OBS can suck it. That's what they can do.
I'm right here with you. I hate OBS. One, because it's so freaking hard, and for two, it's freaking unpredictable.
Like I've been using, you know, I'm good with computers and software and PC and Mac. Yeah. And I go into OBS and it's like I've traveled back in time by 40 years or something. It's like, what is this?
OBS is, to me, it's too hard. Because after I don't look at the little YouTube videos and research how to use it, then I implement what it says on the YouTube to do, and then something bad happens. So freak OBS. I hate OBS.
Freak that shit. So
yeah,
I'm using Ecamm Live. Okay, you can go on their Facebook page, and you get. They're a good source of. They're a good community, and they help each other, and there's lots of creators there. And the software is like, I think it's round about the same price as StreamYard. StreamYard has a monthly service. I think it works out around about the same. But I think StreamYard is easier to live stream with other people because it's so easy just to drop in, and that kind of functionality is amazing. And here on Ecamm, I need to have something else to have guests come in, so that's why I'm using Skype. But it's been good. But I think once my subscription is finished here, I'll go with StreamYard. Jay can start an OnlyFans.
What is that?
Oh, OnlyFans is like this. It's like so. Say you have a nice body, right? You're a woman or you're a man. You have a nice body, and you just basically you set up an OnlyFans, and you just post pictures of yourself, and people subscribe and they give you money. It's like it's like Instagram basically, but
that's not like prostitution.
Oh yeah. And then there are people who take it to the next level, and they are doing porn on there, I think.
See, I knew it was coming. No pun intended. So I see right here on the title, you said HBO Max want Ben Affleck. You know what? I truly believe in my heart. A lot of people think this is impossible. I truly believe in my heart Ben Affleck is coming back. I believe that in my heart. Because I hear people talk about Zack Snyder, and I hear this all the time. They say, if I was just playing a bump in the road, or if I was just a janitor, no disrespect to janitors, if they were saying that they could have the smallest role in a Zack Snyder movie, and they would be down to do it. And I just seen the most impossible stuff happen surrounding Zack Snyder. I mean, bringing celebrities out of the woodwork, bringing movie companies out of the woodwork. I mean, this is history, man. This has never happened before. So I truly believe Ben Affleck is getting his body back right. Because have you seen him lately?
Yeah, I mean, I see more of Ana de Armas than I see of Ben Affleck. But yeah, I've seen him.
Ben getting shredded, man.
Yeah.
He getting shredded, man. I look at the muscles. I'm like, the muscles look kind of sexy, sir. No, I'm just kidding.
Sci-Fi Dragon is in here. Sci-Fi says,
what's up, Sci-Fi?
I almost used OBS when I appeared on Mad Max's channel for the first time, but then I found he was using StreamYard and it was free, and I took OBS off my computer. Best decision you'll make, Sci-Fi. That is the best decision you'll make.
Mad Max, man, that guy is really crazy.
I love him. I think him and Sci-Fi. They're a good. They're a dynamic duo. So
I feel like if I didn't want to have any limits to what I do on YouTube, I would be Mad Max. Mad Max has no limits. That's what I'm rooting for on YouTube. Just say, hey, I don't give a care. You know, I'm just to drop this right here. I don't care if you like it or not. Shout out to Mad Max.
by the way, where this isn't your usual background, is it? Is this a different room that you're in?
Let me tell you something. I'm at my parents' house because from time to time, their Wi-Fi is way better than mine at home.
All right.
So I like to come over here and say, Mom, you know, I want to come over here and chill with you today. And then I go up in the living room. I mean, not the living room, the guest room.
All right.
And I do my YouTube stuff.
It does look like a more mature house with with the colors and the painting, the picture in the back.
Yeah, because when you go to my house, it look like Willy Wonka up in there. Like you see like transformers, like giant transformers. You see movie posters all over the place.
And you brought your camera and your microphone as well.
Well, I got like when I come over here, I have my own. Like I have my parents. I'm the only child. So they spoil the mess out of me. So sometimes I'll leave my equipment here and then just do a live stream over here, you know. But like when I do my video stuff, my videos, like when I'm doing normal videos, it's at home.
Yeah. So Johnny Jalapeno's asking, why the hell does Mad Max wear a Doom mask? Well, why not? You know, he's got to wear something.
Yeah, you know, I used to do a live stream. I'm gonna start back doing them. It was called hijacking YouTube live streams, and I used to put on a mask, and like when I see somebody streaming, I will go inside their stream and say, hey, I demand that you give me your topics. Now sometimes, like if people use a StreamYard like me, they will let me get on the live stream with them and rob them, and then I would take it back to my channel. But it was so much work. I said, forget it. But I might do another one day. Film Gob, you're going to have to come with me, though. You got you a mask?
I could make one, yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to do that. Okay, y'all hit it first in the chat. Me and Film Gob are going to hijack live streams.
Whose live stream can we hijack, though?
Man, we can hijack anybody that's going live. That's the beauty of it.
Jody's Corner. So are you still talking are you still talking to that guy, or are you still friends?
Me and Jody, we still talk here and there, you know. I haven't talked to him in a while. Ever since he going on Night of Cook campaign. No, right. I haven't talked to him in a while. I think me and him, we just keeping space for a while until we talk to each other again. But yeah, he's still my friend, man. He's still my friend.
Sci-Fi's asking, have you seen Bloodshot? I saw it yesterday and I liked it. It was a decent action comic book movie. It's on my list. I didn't see it in cinemas. I think I had the chance to, but I just can't be bothered. I'll check it out soon. Have you seen it, Jay? Bloodshot?
Have I seen what? Bloodshot? No, but I heard it was good. And you know, that's surprisingly because Vin Diesel is like one of the worst actors known to man. So hearing him having a good movie, it's pretty good with me. And people, you can't count Fast and Furious either because that's a ton of people. That's a ton of people in that movie. Now, I will say this. I do like, what's that movie that he came out with? Riddick? Have you ever seen Riddick?
I've seen all his trilogy. It's a trilogy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a trilogy. I like those Riddick movies.
I like how they started off with Pitch Black, right? A very small movie, right? Then in the sequel, they just went, sod it, let's make it this giant epic space opera.
I remember that.
And then he went back a little bit, scaled it back again to kind of
because the third movie kind of go back to how the first movie was, like on a desert planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know there's this animated film as well, so it's like it's 4 films really, 4 of them. So I'd like them. I think the first one is coming out on 4K. I'd like the whole collection on 4K. That would be really good.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick. And then Riddick.
Man, you know, once you get a dose of 4K, you can't go back to anything else, man. It looks so freaking real, like you're really there.
I've got a 4K collection, like a small one. But
I do too, because I was watching. I got this 4K of like Star Trek: The Last Frontier, and it just blew my mind how it looked like I was on set with those people. And I know you got BVS on 4K too, right?
Oh, I've got the regular Blu-ray.
You need to get it on 4K because that warehouse scene, it look like you right there with him.
I can't. Once I get a 4K player, right? It's going to be like I'll just be sitting there watching 4K films all day.
So what you use? You just using a PlayStation?
At the moment, I've got a PS4 Slim.
Okay.
I've had to move the TV that I had. I had to move it in that room, so I don't really have anything right now. So I'm going to get the LG C9. So I'm going to get that.
Oh
sometime.
man, that's like the Bentleys of TVs right there. And see, when it comes to that TV, I'm gonna have to sell my body on the streets again, just to get that. So,
Reese says, "I'm waiting for Zack's Dawn of the Dead in 4K." Slipknot.
oh, I need to get 300 on 4K. Speaking of Zack Snyder,
Slipknot fan says, "I want Jaws 4K. It looks amazing." So Jaws, it's been getting good reviews for the 4K. You know what hasn't? You know what has not been getting good reviews is Disney's Star Wars films. Well, actually, all the Star Wars films on 4K.
I haven't seen any on 4K.
Yeah, because the problem is they're trying to take away the grain of the older films and to make it look like
to look up to date.
Up to date. But then the problem is when you watch Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams filmed that with on film, so it has that grain. So the older films are looking more modern compared to the newer ones, which is like weird, right?
I can understand what you mean because I remember I used to be big on Blu-ray, and 300 had that grain. It had that grain to it too. I thought maybe I had the bootleg or something because I used to order my Blu-rays from eBay.
Yeah.
And sometimes people will sell you a fake case with a fake Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And it'd be all grainy, but 300 is really like that though, unless they did it differently on 4K though.
Jordi Laforgery says Snyder outputs OBS 4K on his OnlyFans account.
Georgie LaForge, that's a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, he's always trying to be funny, Jordy.
Well, you know what? Just for you, Jordy, I'm gonna sing this song on Film Gob Show. You'll know what I'm talking about. Here it goes. Butterflies in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading rainbow. I can fly most anywhere. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Sorry, every time I think about
Is that an original song or?
It's from LeVar Burton. He used to be on Star Trek, and his name on there is Geordi LaForge. And he had a TV show back in the day with Sesame Street. It was called Reading Rainbow, and that song was like the most magnificent song known to man.
Reese says you've got a beautiful voice. Georgie says voice of an angel.
Thank you so much.
Steve Martin says, this guy is nuts. Get him on more, Gob. So yes, we will have you on more.
Yeah, man. Me and Film Guy, we starting to do a lot of streams together, man.
Yeah. Did you see, Slipknot fan says you sound like Elmo.
Hey, man, Slipknot fan. I be watching some of them Slipknot videos, and they look like the things nightmares are made out of.
I met Slipknot. I don't know if I told anyone I met.
And Slipknot, the guys that wear like the masks and creepy stuff.
Yeah. So I'm surprised they're still making music because I think they suck, right?
Really?
But, I used to.
It seemed like people didn't pay attention. It seemed like people didn't pay attention to the music. They just paid attention to the visuals.
Yeah, that's what they come across because their music is like nothing.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I was into like Korn and Slipknot and all that.
Hey man, I used to listen to Korn. Something takes a part of me.
And the song they did with Ice Cube. Children of the Corn.
But you know, don't laugh at me. The only way that I knew about Corn is because they crossed over with Limp Bizkit a lot. You remember Limp Bizkit?
How can I forget Limp Bizkit?
When I look back at my life and realize the stuff I used to listen to, I made that same face you made. I did this right here.
So for like 1 year of my life, I was into those bands. So the only good bands were Deftones,
yeah,
and Fear Factory. Now, they had their own. They started out on their own, and all of these bands got lumped into the same genre. But I think bands like Fear Factory were completely different from everyone else. They had that more industrial metal community. Deftones, I think they kind of grew out of all the other crappy bands, so I think they progressed quite well.
Yeah. You know who I really like as a band and still love them to this day?
Who's that?
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
You don't like Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I know.
Man, that band is glorious. Okay, what's your favorite band of all time? What's your favorite band?
I'm like the complete opposite to you. I hate them. Like I used to listen to their maybe early stuff, the first 2 or 3 albums maybe. Then after that, they just. What kind of bands I'm into? I'm into a lot of alternative rock, grunge, metal, punk, a lot of hip hop. And a bit more maybe kind of singer-songwriters as well. I like all the stuff.
Gob, you know what I like, and you're gonna probably trip out. I like the people that's where you from. That electronical music, that rave type.
Aphex Twin.
Yeah, you familiar with a band called Justice?
No.
Oh man, you got to. It's like electricity in your ear, but it sounds good. Okay, you know Daft Punk, right? I know you know Daft Punk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that Daft Punk type of sound, that robotic sound.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't like Daft Punk.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even before they did the Tron soundtrack, even before that they did some good singles.
The only reason why I gave Tron a chance is because I heard Daft Punk was doing the score. They did a magnificent job on that.
I think they're doing a new soundtrack for a Dario Argento film.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Who else used to be the do house music like that? Junkie XL, and he doing the Snyder cut. Junkie XL used to do house music.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know a band you would like though? Do you know the KLF?
KLF.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I'm gonna Google real quick though.
I will send you a track, one or two. They're really kind of weird. They I guess they were kind of the Slipknot back of their day. They're not that kind of music. They're a bit more, Sisters of Mercy era, electronic goth weirdness, right? Yes, Mattia, Alice in Chains for the win. But KLF,
oh yeah, I like Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains. The first song I heard from them was from a cartoon. Yeah, a cartoon, Street Fighter. It was a Street Fighter cartoon.
All right.
Yeah. How that song go? And I don't know, and it's for them bones. It's something about them bones.
Them bones. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Because it's a scene in Street Fighter. You know Street Fighter, the video game, right?
Yeah.
And you got Ken, he was driving in the Porsche, and he had his girlfriend, and you heard that song. And I said, what the freak is that song? That song is cool. So I looked it up, and I saw the Alice in Chains video.
All right. So I want to tell you a story. This band, KLF, right? So I'll bring it up on screen. Not these guys. Not this guy on the right hand. I might be. So they're kind of electronic, and you can see he's holding a sitar. So one time there was a music awards show here in the UK, and they turned up with a dead sheep, and a slaughtered sheep, and they threw it at the crowd, and they ran away and had a message on it, like something like some kind of environmental kind of message. So they were that kind of out there, kind of nuts, but their music is pretty solid. It's pretty cool. So they were,
okay, and I'm interested. What kind of hip hop you like?
They were kind of like the film gob of music at the time. That's
okay. While you looking that up, what type of rap music you interested in?
Rap music.
What are you interested in?
So basically, my older brother, he was like a lot into heavy, like really into rap music. So
okay.
So he
had
this.
Just name one artist.
Slick Rick.
Hello.
Hello. You distracted there?
Yeah, that was my dad. He was talking to me, asking me about a lady that I saw. But go ahead.
Random name that comes to mind: Slick Rick.
You like old school stuff.
Old school, and then a bit later, like NWA.
Man, you like the classics.
Ice Cube, of course. Who doesn't? Ice Cube was it's still to this day. Did you hear his new album? His recent album?
Man, look here. Ice Cube get the most respect in rap. I mean, I can listen to Today Was a Good Day all day.
All day. Mattia says Cypress Hill crushes it. Now, Cypress Hill, do you remember their rivalry with Ice Cube?
And this is the funny thing about it, Film God. Ice Cube took a lot of his stuff from Cypress Hill, and that's why Cypress Hill didn't like Ice Cube. He stole a lot of their stuff, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, he did. I'm telling you, and for my real hip hop fans, let them know. I'm telling you, Ice Cube took a lot of Cypress Hill stuff, but they squashed the beef though. It
was more about the DJ and the instrumental and the kind of sound, I guess, maybe. But everyone was doing that at the time, wasn't it?
You talking about the sampling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Reese says my favorite Ice Cube song is "Gangster Rap Made Me Do It," which is it's still kind of recent, but it's really good. It's very, especially the music video, the way it lines up with his lyrics is really good. But his new album was pretty good too. There's a song.
See, I can't get into Ice Cube no more because he's like.
Is he too
I don't know. He's not, to me, he's not gangster like he was. You know?
He's older now. He needs to mellow down. He needs to kind of chill out now.
To me, he just need to stick to movies because they don't feel the same anymore. Like, I'm going to tell you one of the best Ice Cube songs ever. You remember the song from Ice Cube called No Vaseline? When he dissed NWA? Even NWA admitted that was the best song. The best diss ever.
And 80s Wolf, Public Enemy, of course. I love Public Enemy. The Public Enemy were like, you've got Chuck D, who's got, he's so kind of serious political, and then you've got Flavor Flav as like, the Shorty McShortbread. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I based my character on Flavor Flav in a way.
I go to my parents all the time to work out too, and one of my favorite songs to listen to when I'm working out is "Fear of a Black Planet." That was probably their best album.
Yeah, it's like here in the UK, we used to have like we only had like 4 TV channels, right, back in the early 90s, right, all up to the mid 90s, I would say. We only have 4 TV channels, and the 4th one, Channel 4, even BBC 2, they used to show a lot of black culture, art, and music TV shows.
Yeah, hip hop type stuff.
Hip hop was a part of it as well. So that's the first time I remember seeing Public Enemy, Eric B. and Rakim, stuff like that. So it was like. But they will also show you topical stuff like police brutality of citizens, and so from a young age you were seeing this stuff, and it was like you understood the music, you understood and it was also the thing is, right, here in Scotland we've not had that many people from a African background, a black background. The government would place people from African countries down south in London, right, in England, so London had that urban kind of music, rap music from, it was popular down there. And here in Scotland, we would only see it on television. We couldn't interact with people like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we would only know them through music and movies and television shows, things like that.
Is it a little different now? Is it different?
In the last 15 years, you've had a lot.
Because you got a lot of rappers go over there and do concerts, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's in the last 15 years we've had people from African countries being placed here by the government to say, okay, now you can come here into Scotland and whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of weird, but I see a lot of kind of mixed race people now in Scotland. So it's interesting.
I want to ask a question. Is Braveheart is based in Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Is that a true movie? Like, I'm talking about, like, when I say true, I'm talking about, is that 100% accurate or not?
I've heard it's not accurate, like 100%, but you would have to read up on the history and what was different. I've not had the time to do that, but because in schools here they never taught. When I was in school as a teenager,
they didn't teach you about William Wallace.
No.
Oh, okay.
Which is because it's the British government that kind of teaches. These are the topics you're allowed to talk about.
Yeah, well, that's like in the States. They only teach what they want you to know.
Exactly. Yeah. Jose M says freedom. So, how long have we been here? Well, I've been here.
I don't know.
An hour and 60 minutes.
I don't want to hold you long, but I kind of felt bad that I couldn't come on
right
when it started, But I said, you know what? I don't care if all hell break loose. I'm just to be on Film God show.
But so I'm sorry, everyone. We're kind of sidetracked. We're talking about all sorts of stuff, not talking about movies.
Everybody say when I come on somebody's live stream, it always does this. That I always derail from the topics. I don't mean to. It's just I like getting to know people,
We have Rob Skis with the super chat. He says, "Love the channel. Long love the Snyder Cut."
What up, Rob Skis?
Yeah. Rogelio Torres. He's asking. He's talking about last year Cyprus with the DJ from Beastie Boys, and it was awesome. We were talking with friends how this level of dictate should be taught to young wannabe rappers. All right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wannabe rappers. I guess what he mean is like the new rappers now, Film God, they got like a weird mumbling thing with their voice, and it ain't focusing on lyrics anymore. It's just about the melody. And I'm a 90s baby. I was born in the 80s, but I was raised on 90s rap, and a lot of people don't like that mumbling type stuff. So a lot of people look at them as has-beens, fake rappers.
Fake rappers.
Yeah.
Someone called me Notorious G.O.B.
Man, that's an honor. That's a badge right there, man.
Who were you, a Tupac or Biggie fan?
I love the both. Biggie. I love Biggie for his lyricism, and I love Tupac for his realism. I mean, that dude.
I didn't know who B.I.G. was, Biggie. I didn't know who he was until after Tupac died, and then I heard about this rivalry because I wasn't that deep into it.
They always will be tied with each other because they both died tragically.
Yeah.
But they was both magnificent. Like, I really believe if those two were still alive, rap would look totally different. You would have to bring your A game if they were still alive.
Yeah. Imagine Tupac still being here. I wonder what he'd be saying.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Tupac probably would have stopped rapping. He was such a magnificent actor. Like, we would probably see him in Marvel and DC movies. That's how good of an actor he is. I'm serious, man. I wouldn't
want him seeing it. I don't want to see Tupac in Marvel.
Well, I'm serious. I could see him in like something, an A-list movie. I could have seen him in Black Panther because he was raised as an actor. He was in a what they call a school for acting. I guess school for acting. He went to
like that film would say, the Hollywood Shuffle, Black Acting School. Have you seen that film?
The Hollywood Shuffle is funny, man. You seen that?
One of my favorite films.
Yeah, it's a good movie, man. But he went to an acting school with Will Smith's wife, and you know him and Will Smith's wife used to date.
Oh yeah.
Used to date each other. Yeah.
But yeah, Hollywood Shuffle is bloody good. It's so
Yeah.
I could do a video essay on that. It's so funny.
Man, you got some
Very
good super chats coming in, man.
Apocalypse Meow. He's thank you for your super chat. He says, listen to MF Doom.
Hey, let me tell you something. MF Doom is one of my favorite rappers. He over there where you at, Film God.
Yeah.
Film God, this your homework assignment, and I promise you, you will love me for it. After we done streaming, look up MF Doom Mad Villain, and I promise you, you will listen to that through the whole thing. Listen to it on YouTube. MF Doom, he wear a mask. He never took off his mask. Well, back in the early 80s, he did used to rap without his mask, but his whole thing now is he's a villain in rap.
Right.
But he's good, man. He's good.
Sounds good. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Roski's, thank you for your super chat. He says, R.I.P. Triple X Tentacion. He was my favorite. So I heard this rapper. It seems to be these young rappers are dying every month for some reason. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because they like doing these weird drugs now. Like they don't do just weed and stuff no more. They popping pills and doing promethazine, which is a sleeping medicine,
right.
cough medicine. Right. Yeah, and it's really messing them up.
Because every month I hear a rapper has died and they have this weird name that I can't pronounce.
That's the young rappers now. That's what they do. Like
yeah.
they rapping about what's killing them, like the popping of the pills and drinking promethazine.
And then you've got that one who went to jail and he became a snitch. What was
That's
his name?
6ix9ine, and the whole world hates him right now.
Danny Neba saying, thank you for your super chat. He says, Wu-Tang, that's all you need.
I agree.
FG ain't nothing to F with.
It ain't nothing to mess with. Wu-Tang forever, baby.
I love Triumph, which is just...
Triumph is like, that should be like they theme song, you know? You know who was my favorite out of all of them, though?
Who?
The guy that didn't even have a verse on that song. ODB?
Oh, right, okay. He does the opening. He does the opening.
That's what I'm saying, but he didn't have a verse, though.
Yeah.
He said, y'all want to see me? He said, I'm the Osiris of this.
Well, yeah. So I was, again, Wu-Tang as well. Were they like East Coast?
Yeah, they're East Coast rappers.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I was... West Coast was quite popular here in the UK, so that's why that's...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? You ever heard of Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Style?
Yeah.
To me, that's the best West Coast album. That's the best West Coast album.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, no, sir, Dr. Dre Chronic. No. Snoop Dogg album. The reason why I say Snoop Dogg album is better is because the beats are better and the lyrics are better.
Did you see the NWA Straight Outta Compton movie? Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was quite good.
I liked it.
And Ice Cube's son was playing Ice Cube. So that's good.
Yeah, now he got a big acting career now. He in a lot of movies.
Yeah. He was in Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Was that good? I heard it sucked.
You not seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, man. You need to get on it. I quite liked it. It's like...
No, the reason why I say I gave up on Godzilla movies because I went to go see one where Bryan Cranston was in it.
Yeah.
The guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And what made me so mad is like every time the monsters were about to fight, they go back to the humans. Yeah. And that made me really angry.
But King of the Monsters actually gives you those kind of epic monster battles. And the thing is, right, watch the original Japanese Godzilla film. I know it's black and white and it's subtitled, right? But if you watch it, you understand.
Which one? The first one?
The very first one, 1954.
Because it's like a billion of them. I seen all them when I was little. Like I used to watch one where it said "Baby Godzilla, Son of Godzilla."
I've not seen the sequels, but the very first Godzilla film, right? If you watch that, you kind of understand what the Japanese, how they see Godzilla, what this thing is supposed to be, this film is supposed to be. Yeah. And the kind of myths around it and the lore. once you tap into what you're understanding of, because I always thought this is just dumb creature wrecking cities, and I don't understand it. But if you watch the Japanese film, understand it. Then the sequels, sure, they get a bit silly. Then with the villains and the Rodans and the three-headed whatever.
That's King Ghidorah.
King
King
Ghidorah.
Ghidorah. That's my favorite one out of all of them.
So you will kind of appreciate King of the Monsters a little bit more when you watch that.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to the sequel as it comes out hopefully this year.
Yeah, I keep hearing of King Kong versus Godzilla is coming out.
Yeah. So
I want to see that.
And I think Toby Emmerich was like, "Oh, we need to kind of maybe." He said this a while ago. He's something about maybe delaying it and reworking the film, something like that. I don't know if they're going to be interfering with it. I hope they don't. Let the director know, let the director make his film, like we've been telling people, with Snyder and Ayer. Fatal G, don't sleep on the Monsterverse. Because did you see Kong Skull Island?
That's the one with Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
No. I don't see these type of movies. I see them, but I only see them in bits and pieces.
All right.
I only see them in I don't.
So
but let me tell you something, Film God. If it don't catch my attention in the first 5 or 10 minutes, I'm not going to watch it. I think I got real bad attention or something. What they call attention deficit or something.
Yeah.
If it has to really grab me in the beginning. Like BVS, the way BVS started when they was fighting, it shows Zod and Clark fighting in Metropolis. That's the type of stuff that'll get me watching all the way through. But if it starts all slow and you have people talking, Andy, what's going on? You had a good day last night? See, that stuff like that, I'll turn the channel,
Well, the opening to Kong Skull Island is pretty good.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what did blow my mind though. You ever see the Peter Jackson King Kong?
Yeah.
That was good.
That was slow.
It was slow, but I don't know. It still kept my attention though.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
I remember going to see that in the cinema, and I was with my my old Russian friend. She was really nice. We went to see that film together.
You know what freaked me out in that movie? It's one part in that movie I could never watch. I don't care if I'm watching it till this day. If that part come on, I got to close my eyes and turn it on mute. Can you guess? You want to guess which part? Just guess a part.
It's too long. I can't remember the film.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. It was a part when they was on King Kong Island, and they were going through hell, man. And then remember, like the ground collapsed, and remember they was in that pit, and then remember what came out of that pit, all them freaking bugs, and them bugs was like sucking on them with the teeth. And you remember that part? Like, what was that? Was they worms or something?
I don't even remember that scene. No, sorry.
That scene right there, it just it's gross. It's like leeches. Yeah, it was like leeches.
Leeches, yeah.
Yeah, that part right there, I can't. Oh, it's just nasty, man.
Nasty.
And the way they were sucking and eating on the humans, I was like, man, I can't do it.
So JN says Godzilla 2014. That's the one you've seen, which it had good parts to it, but like you say, they would cut away. They didn't show
that
much.
movie could have been absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and it would have been great. They just didn't show the fighting.
But Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters. I don't think Godzilla 2014 part of the. I think it is part of the universe. But
So when I say King Kong, that wasn't a part of the universe, the Peter Jackson.
No, that's Peter Jackson's standalone King Kong film.
Everybody trying to be like the MCU now. You notice that with these epic universes and stuff?
The mistake that they make is they announce it, they say, hey, this is going to be our shared universe. And the critics are going to like, this is a failure and this universe is not going to go anywhere. And the studio go, oh shit. And they just, like they did with the Dark Universe. They should have just slowly build it up. And now they're doing Ryan Gosling as the Wolfman. Like, what who wants to go see Ryan? I mean, I like Ryan Gosling. He suits certain type of films. If you watch the films that he's in, right?
Yeah.
He's not a box office draw. He's not that kind of actor.
Very much.
But I will say this though, Film God. Do you know Ryan Gosling is in my favorite movie of all time?
Which movie is that?
I blow people's mind when I say this, but my favorite movie of all time, with starring Ryan Gosling and Bryan Cranston, is called Drive. Have you ever seen Drive?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Man, Film God, you got to admit that was a good one.
I love it. But have you seen
Yeah.
Only God Forgives?
No, but I need to. I heard that's a great movie.
That is it's a Nicholas Winding Refn who did Drive, right? He's the same director. It is slow, it is weird, but it's very violent as well. So I love that. And then he also did a Ryan Gosling film, A Place Beyond the Pines.
The Place Beyond the Pines is a classic.
Yeah. So,
but they say Ryan Gosling, he that's rare for him to be in movies like that, where he playing like the hard, tough guy. He usually playing like the girly guy, like, come here, baby.
Yeah.
This shit.
Yeah, if you say it that way, yeah, it is the first time I saw him Only God Forgives he's kind of borderline, psychopathic.
Okay, I have to watch that because he was a gangster in Beyond the Pines. Remember that when he had all the tattoos and stuff?
The motorbike chase scenes.
Yeah.
So I love that. One of my friends on YouTube, William Webb, he does indie tricks film reviews. He did a video essay on it just recently. So,
the first time, this is funny. The first time I ever saw Ryan Gosling is when he was a little boy playing in this TV show called Young Hercules. Now, Hercules based off of Kevin Sorbo, the Kevin Sorbo Hercules. You ever seen that back in the day?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, the people in the chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. He was pretty good in that, though.
Rob Skis. I've already read that super chat.
What's up, Ryan Kennel? We got Ryan Kennel in the house. You know Ryan?
Ryan, yeah, I know Ryan. Yeah. Hello, Ryan.
Yeah.
Someone sent in a super chat. Let me just find it.
Ryan, what are you doing? You're supposed to be going live around this time.
Zeverfelt. Is it Zeverfelt?
Oh, that's Zeverfett. That's my boy.
Zeverfett
right What's
is
up,
in here as well.
Zeverfett.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Rob Skis with another super chat. He says, both of y'all are beasts. We are beastly.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I like being a beast. Son of a beast.
Okay, so yeah, Ryan Gosling. I was going to say Ryan Gosling as the Wolfman. I don't mind. I don't mind Benicio del Toro, the Wolfman film that he was in. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, he even had that look like he the Wolfman. I don't know. Film God, I ain't gonna count Ryan Gosling out because he can act.
No, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. But
you know what it's gonna really depend on? Just the writing and the director.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna depend on.
But
that's what it's gonna depend on.
I hope that they're not thinking, well, Ryan Gosling, he's a good enough name, and this film will do, and they'll just find some random director. I hope they don't do that. So I don't know. This monster universe is like you have these characters, right? The classic horror gothic characters. Just go like. No, even if you just kind of update it, it's still set in the same time. Like take Bram Stoker's Dracula, take Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
That's my favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just take that kind of aesthetic, that kind of time, that kind of production values, all that kind of stuff. Just give us more of that, because in a shared universe. I want to do a trailer. I don't know if you know this. I used to do like these kind of fan made trailers.
Yeah.
And I did one for like Punisher, Ghost Rider, Blade, and I took clips from all the different films, put it together in a kind of trailer that looks like a film.
Well, you the king of editing, man. That's why everybody watches you.
So I want to do something like that for the Dark Universe and show what I'm thinking, like how it should be placed, with the clips. But instead, they did the Invisible Man, like modern day domestic violence. I was like, well, it was a good film, right? Did you see it?
No, but I saw the film. I saw the Invisible Man with Josh Brolin. That's like an old one. Josh Brolin was in the Invisible Man, and I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, the Paul Verhoeven, yeah.
The
Hollow
stuff
Man.
that Invisible Man was doing in that one, I ain't gonna lie. If I was invisible, I would be doing that stuff too.
Hollow Man.
Because Kevin Bacon was the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
And if people in the chat, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Because there's some certain scenes he was doing.
Have you seen the unrated, uncut version?
It's really good.
It goes further. It goes
way deeper than that.
So that's Paul Verhoeven for you. That guy goes nuts. He made RoboCop as well.
Well, make it believable. If you had the power of invisibility, at 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna be a good person. You're not gonna be a good person.
I would be a good person.
Yeah, right. Nah, I know you would, Phil. Now, me on the other hand, they were like, look at that bag of money floating in the air. What is that?
And so I remember when that film came out, I think it got kind of mixed reviews or something. It was too violent, or it was.
You see, back then when I was watching movies, I didn't go deep into stuff like that. Like, look at the directors or the writing, or look at the critics. I only started doing that when I started watching YouTube, and then that made me go back and look at certain directors, the writing, the critics. What are the critics saying about this movie?
When I started my channel, the reason I started my channel was when I went to see Man of Steel. Right, I watched it. I was like, this is bloody amazing. This is a Superman film I've been waiting for. And then I came home, just like, I thought, well, let me check the reviews. Let's just see what people are saying. And you got all these mixed reviews and, it's not like the Christopher Reeve Superman, blah, blah, blah. And then I started looking at, YouTube movie review channels. That's when I found AMC Talk. I found the Film Junk podcast, which I still listen to today. They're really good. And then that's what made me start my own YouTube channel, So that's when,
same here.
Yeah.
To voice your own opinion. That's what I did too, because a lot of people are scared to say this, Film God. A lot of people are scared to say Man of Steel is better than the Christopher Reeve Superman. I'm gonna put it out there. I've seen the Superman movies by Christopher Reeve. Are they good? Yes. The first one is really the best out of all of them. But I'm going to be truthful with you. Man of Steel is better than the Christopher Reeve movies. Now, if I'm going to get in trouble for that and you're going to throw darts at me, probably so. But I don't care. That Man of Steel movie was the best of all time. Film God, Man of Steel is my favorite superhero movie of all time. Of all time. It's perfect.
It is.
It doesn't have flaws in it.
I would say Man of Steel is probably my top 3 comic book movies of all time.
Which one is your number one?
I don't know. Somewhere the top 3 is somewhere like Man of Steel.
Oh, they shuffle?
Yeah, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Spider-Man 2.
That's a good one.
It's around about there.
That's a good one.
Spider-Man 2 would probably come third.
Yeah.
And so between the other two, then, yeah.
But man, I'm not scared to tell people, Man of Steel is better than them Christopher Reeve movies. It's just better.
Yeah, that is also it's more more modern.
I think people just want to still keep things nostalgic and classic, and just want to be PC, and don't want to ever admit. I know some people are thinking in their head, that Man of Steel, it was better. It's better than Christopher Reeve. But when I'm on the internet, I'm just gonna say that the Christopher Reeve is better.
Yeah. And
And I think Man of Steel works better for our time.
Yeah,
instead of like in the 70s.
I grew up watching the Superman films. I even like Superman 3, with Richard Pryor and the lady gets trapped in the machine and she gets all that shit on her face and
Yeah.
I do enjoy that, but it's like you grow up and you're looking for you've read the comics. I've read some comics, Superman comics, and I was like, the death and return of Superman is so well done. So much kind of mystery about where is he, what's happening. All these other Supermen come, like Steel and the Eradicator, and it's like the Superman's return. That's awesome, right? And then Man of Steel is as close as you're going to get to that kind of storytelling, those kind of characters, that kind of action.
I look at it like this because people are scared to say if something is better than an original film. People don't even realize what they're doing because the movie Scarface with Al Pacino, right?
Yeah. It was a remake of something else.
It was a remake. And then they talking about coming out with a Scarface movie like right now, like in the next few years or whatever. Yeah. And people are like, no, it's not going to be better than the original. Well, Scarface was not the original Scarface. Yeah. It's okay to like the reboot,
A lot of my favorite films are remakes, like the Thing, The Fly, Scarface.
The Fly with old boy was turning into the Fly.
Yeah.
Goldblum,
yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
So that was a remake.
Jeff Goldblum was in a lot of classics. Did you ever see the movie he was in called Undercover? It was like he was like a drug dealer dude.
No.
With Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne was in Man of Steel, the black guy.
Yeah.
Yep. On Daily Planet.
Yeah. I've not seen it. Undercover, what year was that? Let me check.
Well, I think it was called Undercover Cop or something. Let me Google it real fast. Jeff Goldblum. Let me see. Undercover. It was somebody Deep Undercover. Deep Undercover. I think you can find it on Netflix.
Right. So, it's not on
Somebody said The Thing is a good horror movie. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's not on Blu-ray anyway, so it's not something I would watch.
Oh, you say you like gloomy movies?
No, I was just saying it's not. I searched on Blu-ray.com. It's not on Blu-ray, so it would probably be on DVD or something. But I was just going back to like remakes and directors, and at that time it was people talking about The Thing, right? John Carpenter, who's made all these classic horror films, weird sci-fi / horror films as well. A lot of the critics trashed his films when he directed Halloween, right? The original Halloween, The Thing, Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, right? All these films. I guess they were kind of mainstream in some way, but the critics never let him direct like huge production type films, I don't think, because they trashed his films. And then you've got people like John. Who remembers the critics? People just remember John Carpenter, his movies. That's what people talk about. No one cares about the critics who trashed his films. Same goes for John Woo, right? John Woo, who made all films like Hard Target, Face Off. I'm sure you like those films. So it's like,
but it sounds like Zack Snyder.
That's what
it sounds like Zack Snyder.
Yeah. So
they don't give him respect.
Yeah. Jose M says John Carpenter's Vampires is pretty underrated. That is I think that's the only John Carpenter film I got to see in the cinemas. I actually didn't. I thought it was okay. I was like so.
You talking about the movie when they were? You talking about the movie when they were hunting the vampires?
Yeah, with James Woods.
Yeah, that was good. But I'm gonna tell you something to trip me out since we talking about John Carpenter. Okay, in Hollywood, like when it was in the 80s and 90s, people always say the biggest action stars in the United States was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Okay. But I always found it weird why people didn't put Kurt Russell in that list too, because Kurt Russell was making action films and they was making a lot of money, just like Arnold and Sylvester Stallone.
I
I thought
would
that was always weird.
I would also I would say Kurt Russell was more like a action comedy kind of star. You know, you did kind of
Yeah,
a
but he
range
was
of,
in the thing. He was in the thing that was like no comedy at all.
I know.
That was scary as freak.
It was. But he was in films like Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone. He was in
Yeah.
what else films?
He was in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, and that is
He was in he was in Escape from New York.
yeah.
I mean, he was in a lot of classics,
But
action films.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was mainly in kind of big action, tough, big guns type of movies. So Kurt Russell was a bit more. He had a bit more variety in his.
Kurt Russell was even in what's that movie when they go back in time? What's that movie when they go to
Stargate.
Stargate. And
Yeah.
Stargate is a franchise, just like how Honor have franchises.
Yeah.
I just always thought that was weird because I think Kurt Russell should be in the top action stars list. You know, I guess maybe because Kurt Russell didn't have the big giant muscles like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold too. You know,
But Jose MC's simply Predator, and that is like so quotable, so rewatchable. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I
It's
agree.
still the best Predator film. The sequels are kind of okay, you know. Predator 2.
Predator 2 is the second best.
Yeah.
The second best.
Then you've
But then
got-
it's downhill after that. Now I enjoy Alien versus Predator, the first one. The first one I enjoyed it. Have you seen the recent Predator movie?
Oh, the Shane Black directed.
It's bad, man.
So
God,
that's
don't
got
watch.
that's got its own story about what happened on production. I never read it, but it's like I've heard things.
Film God, I promise you. It's almost like if they would have hired me, which I don't have no filming background or nothing, or knowledge. But if they said, Fatal J, we want you to direct the new Predator movie, that's how it will come out. That's how it will come out.
Because I'm Predators with Adrian Brody. Is that his name?
It was all right.
That was okay. It was better than
Yeah.
and people were expecting. Oh, you know, Shane Black. He was in the original Predator. He's done films like Lethal Weapon. He's directed films like that. Oh, he's going to direct a Predator film. It's going to be so good. And there was so much hype around it, and then just came out and it was just complete garbage. Like so, clearly studio meddling, all that kind of stuff going on. So I guess that's the end of the Predators franchise for a while, especially with 20th Century Fox being taken over by Disney.
The only way they can bring it back, and this is the funny thing about it, Film God, Arnold was going to come back, but watch what they did. They said, Arnold, you can come back, but we're going to give you a small role. How can you do that to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Well, he's
So
a
I
bit
think the
old now.
only
He's
way-
like he's a bit old now, so it's like it's not.
Yeah, but still, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger could still bring that big box office money. You think he can bring the big office money or not?
No, only if he's like with a familiar franchise and he's the main character, maybe. But I think his time is gone. Like he's making
It might be.
he's at home with his donkeys, and he's not donkeys, mules. He's feeding them carrots and stuff.
Well, you know what? This will be the only movie I would really want him to. I want him to start like he did in Hollywood and end like he did in Hollywood. I want to see him in that Conan movie. I want to see him in Conan.
He still talks about it now and again. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Because Conan got stories where he an old man on the crown. I mean, on the throne. That would be pretty good.
But you know what? I think we'll leave it there. Fatal.
Let's leave it there. I can tell you done. I can look on your face. You ready to get off and go to sleep and smoke a blunt. So, hey, it's all good with me, man.
But let's see. Let everyone know where they can find you on the social medias.
Okay. I wish you could blow me up on the screen. You can't do that on Skype, can you?
Let's see. There you go.
Oh, you blew me up?
There you go. Yep. The
Okay.
screen is all yours.
All right. Let's do it. My name is Shane Song.
I have came from the other world to take over your planet. My Emperor, Shang Tsung, wants you to take a knee and bow. I am his general, and I will take over your filthy planet. But before I do that, make sure to watch and subscribe to Fatal J's channel, or I will destroy you in the incoming invasion.
Hey man, what happened?
That was some Exorcist type shit there. Bloody hell.
What happened? Everything okay?
Everything's fine. So
Okay.
thank you, Fatal G, for turning up finally.
Thanks for having me. Oh yeah, and tonight I'm gonna have a live stream at 9:30 Eastern. If anybody can come, please come by. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be talking about Snyder Cut, of course, and I'm gonna be talking about anime. I'm gonna be talking about the epic fight between Superman and Goku. Who will win that fight? If you want to come, you can come. If you don't, I understand, because Film Gob is the man, and I can understand that's the only place you will want to be. Thank you very much.
All right. I'll wrap it up here now, but I'll let you go. All right.
Okay. Peace out, guys.
Take care. So that was Mr. Fetal G. So I can cross him off the list because I've got a list of people that I want on the channel. And yeah, it's coming up for 11 p.m. So I was kind of busy vibing with Fetal G. Didn't get to see you guys in the chat. I'll give it a few more minutes with you guys. Jose M says, good stream. So yeah, you went into some kind of Shao Kahn a state of Shao Kahn. Shin Aka Cage. Thank you for keeping the internet honest, Film Gob. Of course. Oh, wait a minute. So who should be my next guest on the Collision Talk podcast? This is episode 5, I think. It's episode 5. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is episode 5. So who should be episode 6? Who should be the special guest? Daniel M says Matt Jarbo. Sure. Who else? When's the John Campia video dropping? Probably sometime next week. Jay Oliver. Grace Randolph. Fiona. I tried to, message Fiona. I don't know what she's up to, but hopefully she's okay. And because she kind of turns up on Twitter now and again. Last time was May 20th when we got the announcement. So Jodie, Itzmo, she's quite busy. Itzmo, we were talking in the Twitter DMs a little bit. She had some idea, but I think she's quite busy. Comic Movie Marks, Midnight's Edge. Where is Randall? Randall Powers, the new Randall. There he is down there with his lady friend. He'll make his debut sometime. Film Trigger could be Mr. West Ashley. I want, because this software I've got, it doesn't really work with multiple guests, so maybe a StreamYard episode with Mr. West Ashley, Koji, a few others. from the Go Deep community. Film Junkie, see Film Junkie, when he does his usual live stream, I'm asleep. Can't be bothered staying up late or getting up early. So he did a live stream just a couple of hours ago, his Sunday morning hangover live stream that he does. So maybe he can come on here for that time in the morning on his side. This is not a debate channel. I'm not Jodie's Corner. Armin from Comic Book Cast. Maybe someone from the RT Haircut. That's interesting. Yes. Chris Wong. Got a super chat here. DJAF film. He says Film Junkie. So I've got a list. Heroes Avenue. Yeah, maybe Rob from Heroes Avenue. But we'll leave it there, guys. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We finally got Mr. Fetal G coming up in here. And thank you very much, DGAF. Got Brie Larson. Lightcast. Lightcast, the thing is with Lightcast, he's very in-depth and he's quite intense with his knowledge and his discussions. So I'm not a good fit for that. I'm looking for more of a chill vibe. Although I've been on Fatal G's channel with Lightcast, and we all kind of talk stuff. So alright. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Click like because you know I'm right. Let me know in the comments below. If you care, you can share. Then you smash that mother effing subscribe button and click that bell or go to hell. And you can check in to Abu Nas's a mental hospital for the verified hacks or something, whatever he calls his little mental health clinic. I was actually on Abu Nas's channel not too long ago. If you go to my live streams and podcasts playlists, you'll see I was there with him on his channel. So until next time, my knuckleheads, I'm Shorty and you're not. Ta-ta.